What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Get Out and Ride and day number 3 of the Appalachia trip. I am currently just a couple miles away from getting onto the Foothills Parkway and getting onto the Tail of the Dragon after that, hitting some of this like classic Tennessee riding, all spots I haven't been able to do yet, which is part of why I ended up doing this trip. I wanted to get a chance to hit some of these roads, which I've never been on before, even though I know most people, well, I won't say most, but there's a lot of people that have been out riding that have done this over and over again many times. This is my first, so I'm really kind of looking forward to it. Day started out a little slow. As you can probably see, it looks a little damp. We had some rain this morning, and so that sort of slowed things down, but fortunately it looks like that's all clearing out for the rest of the day, which is great. Originally there was like 50% chance of thunderstorms throughout the all afternoon, and that's pretty much gone now, so I'm perfectly okay with having a little bit of rain in the morning and then nothing the rest of the day. It makes this a little bit more adventurous, and also because I wanted to make sure that I could get to do the tail today. Today's a Thursday. My other option would be to do it on a Friday. I would prefer to be as close to the middle of the week as possible, just because that road, that whole area, I mean, it's great riding, it's really cool. It can become a bit of a tourist trap, obviously, so I really wanted to do it on Thursday just so that I wouldn't have to be there with quite as many other people as there would be on probably like a Friday or a Saturday. So that's kind of what we're doing. About a half mile out from turning onto the Foothills Parkway, and I've got some really good riding. After I get done through the Tail of the Dragon, I'm going to keep going down and catch the Cherohala Skyway. So there should be some really great scenery, some really good riding. Go ahead and stay tuned, and I'll get back with you in a little bit. so I hope you enjoyed the footage from day 3. It was a pretty fantastic day, honestly. Some of the best riding I've run into anywhere. And so it ended up being about a 200-mile day. I'm on 411 now, just south of Knoxville, heading back into Knoxville. The footage you saw took me across the Foothills Parkway, which was fantastic. Very similar to the Natchez Parkway down in Mississippi when I did that earlier this year. Really great scenery, a little bit twistier than the Natchez Trace, which is kind of nice. Then from the foothills, you saw me get on to 129 South, which is Tail of the Dragon. So finally got to do that. Plenty of twists and turns through there. Got through it. The one thing I was really kind of impressed by, I made a decision today that I normally, when I do twisties and stuff on this bike, because of the DCT transmission, I typically have put it into manual so that I have full manual control of the transmission. This time I decided I was going to leave it in automatic, and it did amazingly well. Much better than I would have thought. It took just a little bit of time for the bike to kind of learn and understand what it is we were doing, and it started keeping it in lower gears and started using plenty of engine braking, because that, quite honestly, is probably the toughest situation to put a DCT transmission through, because not only do you have tight twists and turns, and you've also got constant elevation changes as well. There's a lot to account for there, and it actually did an amazing job continually upshifting, downshifting, giving me engine braking when I needed it, upshifting when I needed it. I ended up not having to intervene at all, and so I ended up leaving it in automatic the rest of the day, because once I got through Tail of the Dragon, I stopped at the Deals Gap Resort. Got to do that. Got my selfie in front of the sign. I'm official now. I did it. But I kept going south on 129 further into North Carolina so that I could get onto the Cherohala Skyway, which was also fantastic, because then you really start to pick up some altitude. And if I'm shouting right now, I apologize. I just came out of the mountains and my ears haven't popped yet. But you get up, I don't know, about 4,000 or 5,000 feet on the Cherohala Skyway, and it was just amazing up there. The views were great. Hopefully you saw that in some of the footage. The other great thing is the temperature comes down. There was a difference of about almost 18 degrees up there. It was really only about 69 or 70 degrees up at altitude, so it was really comfortable, and my plan pretty much worked. So today's a Thursday, and I really wanted to get this riding done today, which is why I was a little concerned when we had rain this morning, because I didn't want the rain to kind of tear apart the whole day. And actually it turned out to be beautiful. It's amazing out here right now. It's a little warm, but it's been a gorgeous day otherwise. Traffic was very light through the Tail of the Dragon and through the Cherohala Skyway. It was great. Most of the sections, I had my own section of road. I didn't have to compete with anyone. There was no one right behind me. There was nobody in front of me for the most part. It was just amazing riding that whole way. So I'm glad it worked out the way that I had planned. I'm glad the weather cooperated with me. It just made for an incredible day of riding. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up day number 3 right here, and I hope that I will get some more footage posted tomorrow with day number 4. My plan is to go ride back into North Carolina and get down into Maggie Valley and go through the Wheels of Time Museum, which is supposed to be spectacular. I haven't had a chance to get there yet, so I'm looking forward to it. But that'll take care of day 3 today, and I hope you come back and see me tomorrow. Again, if you like these videos, go ahead and click that little thumbs up button down there to give it a like, and make sure you also go ahead and click the subscribe button so you can stay in tune when new videos post. But until I see you next time, go ahead and get out and ride, everybody. Be safe out there and take care. See ya.